do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for Grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. In the grim dark future there's no time for fun, but when the day's battles are said and done, John, Danny, and Dickie are here for a laugh. In a galaxy torn, they're the ones with the craft. It's grim after dark, where the bolters spark, where dreadnoughts nap and orcs embark. Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for tales of heresy and a healthy debate.
Hello, welcome to Grim After Dark. I have no idea what this all looks like. I'm looking at 4 individual pictures on our screen. I hope you can see superstar producer Tech Priest Dickie, who likes to keep us in the dark. Production, what's going on? Danny, over to left, right. Who even knows? I can't even see.
It's the same every week.
It's a mystery, John.
It's a mystery.
Maybe one of the greatest mysteries of our time.
We're back. We're ready. We still haven't flipped me the other way, so I can actually look at people because I switched monitors.
I like
we're
being
going.
awkward. I like you not having fun, John. All right.
We're in ghetto grim mode. Danny had to pawn his TV.
I gotta find that TV somewhere.
I can't even look at any of you.
I can't even afford a haircut, John. That's why I have to wear this hat.
Yeah. And you couldn't even you had to go to the open, not even the open. There we go. I've switched sides now. So I'm actually looking at you because for some reason it does legitimately bother me. And I don't know why, because this is a made up hangout that like 3.5 people watch. That's okay. Thank you, Dickie. That's exactly what I meant.
Was that what you're looking for?
That is, yeah, because it's perfect because you can see my wall as well. So that makes it even better. I mean, welcome Grim After Dark. We're not painting this week. There is more than only hands. There is also people. I just switched the window over to the other side.
Oh, sorry about that, buddy.
This is gonna be like long-time listeners of the show might know. Dickie calls his technical setup for this. Dickie Stress Hives. And right now we're working on a John Stress Hives. Is a new and recurring feature. Wow. Where are we going through here? Yeah, absolutely. But guys, how the heck are we doing?
Dude, I'm doing so good. Just got back from an event, Can Hammer Teams.
Yeah,
where I played Emperor's Children.
Very nice. And was your execution flawless?
It was flawless. My placement was perfect, actually. When I did the single,
practically so.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the bit. I'm sure there's a bit, so I don't want to ruin anything. But
there's no bit. I forgot about it literally until you mentioned it right now.
Oh yeah. No, I placed 69th out of 24 8-man teams.
Oh yeah, dude.
I felt like I won the game. Like
with Emperor's Children as well.
Yeah.
There's only down to go now. You can't go up anymore. You kind of be peaked, plateaued.
Yeah, because no one wants to be 67th, right? Like that's
no.
Yeah. I would be so disappointed coming that close to 69 and failing. Danny, what's the closest you came to 69th?
John, one night when I was in college.
Oh dear.
No, John, I came 69th place all the time. I don't know, one year at LVO, I think I was within 40. I could almost see 69th place from where I was like 50 places back.
Tell you, I was within 400 places of 69.
Oh
yeah, that's missed it by legitimately this much. A large amount. I got a couple things going over. Danny, you had some exciting stuff to share, but before we get into that, I am both excited and terrified this week because the the preview started for the new Imperial Knights. I like putting it in here, making him look like he's our third co-host.
Awesome. Yeah.
He looks great. He has a Hitachi wand on his left hand, a plasma cannon on his right hand, what looks like propaganda loudspeakers on his head. It's the Imperial Knight Defender. Danny, Dickie, thoughts on a brand new big boy?
I don't know how good shooting knights are right now. Probably not that good since I don't see them a lot. Yeah, hopefully this guy has cool rules.
Dickie?
The shield dome thing sounds pretty scary, right? Like, won't it help maybe guys out that want to be within 6 inches of him or whatever it's going to be?
I mean, it couldn't possibly be re-rolling failed invulns of 1 within 9 inches. That would just be awful.
Would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared about knights, guys. Just from kind of the stuff that's been coming out. Imperial Knights could give 2 shits about. Imperial Knights are a blight on the game that should be removed. But Chaos Knights, a very thematic and fluffy army, I think are going to be. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nothing says chaos like an all War Dog list. But Imperial Knights coming did give me kind of hints of what's coming for Chaos Knights. Imperial Knights coming in with 4 detachments. Cowards, you couldn't just bullshit 2 more. Like, pick a big knight and build around it. Like I've seen some terrible detachments, which also makes me worried about what are the 4. Like Oops All Armigers is going to be fun. What I'm really worried about with the Imperial Knights, and I'm being very selfish again, Chaos Knights, is I don't want to see my my Horus Heresy Knights go away. Like I think my Lancer's going to go away, and that's going to make me big sad. And I don't want to see the War Dog Executioner go away. Yeah, because that'll make me big sad. Because I spent a lot of money for those autocannon arms.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Thoughts, guys, about knights in general before we move on. I don't have very much to talk about them. I just
yeah, John. I don't like the concept of Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights in the game of Warhammer 40,000 as an army.
That's fair. So Dickie, Danny doesn't like fun or thematic armies in Warhammer 40,000.
I've always just remembered when Chaos Knights when Knights are good, the game is in a really bad spot. So I never really want Knights to be good. So
that is absolutely fair. And it's difficult, right? Because they are a really cool looking army. Like both of them, when they're on the table, they look cool. But you're kind of in a situation where they have to be easy enough to beat that you don't feel like you're just steamrolled, but also good enough that you can't just like steamroll them and feel bad. And you're right. Like once they're buffed to a point where playing them feels good, playing against them feels bad. But then when you get to the point where playing against them feels good, playing them feels bad. But anyway, regardless, when they said the Imperial Knights was coming this spring, I coincidentally started a Blood Angels army. So there's that to fall back on.
Nice. Good call.
Good call. Very excited. And I can't call me a glory hunter because they're not all that good. This was something that was super interesting to me. They announced 3 new books. You guys will remember the last book, the Warhammer 40,000 Visual Encyclopedia, that caused all nerds to melt down everywhere because it didn't mention girl custodies in a third-party book. Good news. Right. 3 more books coming. Plenty more time for arguments, including Words of War.
Words of War.
Which is a miniature book of Space Marine quotes.
So it's a small book?
Such wisdom. This is an excerpt from it here. This is a Crimson Fist Alicio Cortez. He says, I haven't lost an arm, brother. It's right over there. Crimson Fist, known for their deadpan sense of humor. So, with this in mind, I pulled some old pictures, so some new pictures. And I want you, Dickie, Danny, you guys to think of an appropriate quote that this character would say. Kind of similar to I haven't lost an arm. Yep. Right. Really encapsulates the Crimson Fists and their jovial nature. So starting off with this
famous jokesters, John. In the
famous jokesters.
studies.
Speaking of which, Little Lehman Russ. Well, what's a Lehman Russ quote that you would put in the little book of Space Marine quotes?
I don't know. Danny saved me.
I thought you brought the mead.
Oh.
My personal suggestion for this one
is
for the third and final time, no, I am not a tank.
Oh,
because
well, wait, was the tank around when he was
who was
around?
first? Was he first or was the tank first?
Lehman Russes were around at
named after the tank.
It's like the Indiana Jones situation where he was named after the dog. Oh, the early passengers of the Lionel Johnson gunship just in tatters right now. What about a generic Primaris Space Marine?
Ooh, what the hell am I standing on? Is probably the first thing I would say.
Oh, I didn't notice it. Yeah, that is pretty gross.
What is he standing on?
I've seen this standee in every single hobby shop for like 6 years now.
Just not the
Never once noticed that he's standing on a pile of demonic flesh.
Oh.
Yeah, that is pretty gross.
Huh.
What would his battle quote be?
Ooh, what the hell am I standing on? Is probably what he would say.
It's an ultramarine, so just be like, ew.
Ew, what am I standing on?
Yeah. I'm better than you, and I know it.
Yeah. The six organ goes in you. Little Primaris joke. This guy, little Necromunda Robo Worm thing.
Hey kids, I heard you were into Vor.
Google that, kids.
If you're kids and watching this, just stop.
Yeah.
This is
trying to reach the remote.
Looks like a scene from Ace Ventura 40,000. He's climbing out of that. We have this guy here. Little Dark Angel. Paint's about as thick as I would put on a Space Marine.
Yeah, didn't water down his paints at all.
God, no, it's for cowards.
I have a question. Do you think he went with the white and then the black strip, or if he did the black and then two white strips when he did?
It was most definitely white, black than white. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
That is a recessed mouth.
So the only thing I see when I see this is, "Hey, you guys." That's pretty much it.
Just yeah. I just think it's an accurate description. This looks like it was painted by someone who was 13, and a Space Marine who's sitting on the shelf in a 13-year-old boy's room is probably seeing horrors.
Oh no, you're Toy Storying it. I just want to know where like the dental implants come from in the 41st millennium. Like, is that like ceramic teeth? Is that just other people's teeth?
Grok's teeth, John, actually.
Grok's teeth. Classic. What you can afford.
And then in the work community.
This isn't necessarily a Space Marine either. He's just a handsome little treeman from Warhammer Fantasy.
Handsome.
Why am I walking on ground sponge?
He is in a similar pose to, like when you get up at like 2 a.m. and you have to sleep and you have to go piss.
Yeah,
and you have to kind of feel around the room.
You just like stub your toe on like the side of the bed. And you're like, ah.
Yeah. He's a tree. He's also a fantasy character, not Warhammer 40,000, but it does segue pretty well into our next segment. Age of Sigmar, actually good, question mark.
Question mark?
Because Danny was very excited and wanted to talk about Age of Sigmar tonight.
Well, I mean, I wanted to talk like adjacently to Age of Sigmar, and so go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, no, please go ahead because that'll probably set up my next thing I want to talk about here.
Well, I was interested in seeing, like, Age of Sigmar has kind of historically been the way that Games Workshop has tested new rules because I don't know. Maybe they feel like the games don't matter as much, so they don't feel like they can make as many mistakes for the rules in Age of Sigmars compared to 40K, and they'll face less criticism if they do so.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably the case.
Yeah.
So, Age of Sigmar released kind of a preview of what the new season rules are, and so these are kind of like we have with Pariah Nexus right now for 40K, and seeing what is available.
Yeah.
For
After
like match play scenario, right?
Yeah, because I didn't actually read the Age of Sigmar news. I probably should, because you're right. Historically, rules have traded between the two game systems, be it Fantasy and 40K or Age of Sigmar 40K, throughout all of their lives. So when I went and looked at that article, I was incredibly disappointed to see something the wargaming community is just going to hate right off the bat, especially the 40K wargaming community. Danny, this is a woman reading, and this is prominent on the Age of Sigmar page.
Deep fake.
For their Scourge of Gyron. Scourge of Gyron, which is their new season pack here. I just thought it was funny. Imagine if that was a Warhammer 40,000 advert here, where like, why does it have to be a sister? Why isn't a sister of battle and an inquisitor? Women, terrifying. And reading, no stopping them now. But what Danny is mainly talking about was this part here, which is the most interesting part kind of to us, which is, and people please make fun of my pronunciations, but Scourge of Gyron, variant war scroll.
It's Gyran, but like it doesn't matter, John. You're doing, honestly, the names of the Winds of Magic in Age of Sigmar and previously Warhammer Fantasy are ridiculous. And so nobody is going to fault you for mispronouncing because they're stupid.
There was Philip, that was one of the Winds of Magic, right?
Philip, yeah.
There was Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Dude. Josh, the worst one of all.
There was Joshric Storm was just overpowered. But this new season of competitive play for Age of Sigmar is going to have variant war scrolls with new ways to play for select units from each army, all the way through that competitive season for the whole year, because they're not updating Age of Sigmar that frequently. The units are going to have separate points values, and you can substitute them for that or unit's original war scroll, but you can't use both the new war scroll and the old war scroll in the same list.
Right.
Danny, this is fantastic. Well, I haven't seen anything kind of, but idea-wise,
I think like to diversify armies and like maybe bring new units to the fore that maybe were doing poorly, or like they wanted to add a new role to a unit in an army just to keep things fresh. I think this is really, really interesting.
Or even just like a test, right?
Right. Yeah. You could A/B test units.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how often did the old data data scroll or war scroll, I guess for here.
And you could like narrative like the shit out of it. Like Foot Death Company, again, I make fun of Foot Death Company aren't the best option. Like maybe in this battle pack, like they lose sustain 2 under half, but they gain OC1 because of the clarity of the area or whatever like that, right? Just like little small balances like that seems to be like a really clever idea.
They did release the first set of them for Skaven today.
Okay. And what did those say?
And I compared the two, right? Like just to see what they were like. Now, their attacks seem to pretty much stay the same. Like as far as stats go, but their stats were the same mostly. But they replaced all of the special rules that the models had. So like each model had like 3 special rules, and they were all completely replaced, which I thought was pretty interesting. They also gave one of them like a feel no pain save, which I think will make that monster much better.
Yep.
So, which I think that was kind of lampooned as not being very good, and now it's kind of probably more interesting for a lot of people. So I'm excited to see if it would be neat to see those take hold. Plus, that would be an easy things for Games Workshop to balance overnight, like because they're all digital anyway. So, like if something they released was like bad, they can be like, "Oh yeah, JK, like we can just fix this in a second." So
it is, like I said, a super interesting way to take care of it. I think one of the downsides I would think of was people with the complaints about things not being properly balanced or kind of adjusting kind of mid-scene and everything. But the thing is, that's happening anyway right now with what we have. What you have is a lot of almost mono build books where we're kind of seeing you kind of see when you go up to the table and someone's like, hey, I'm playing Custodes. Do you need me to explain what my army does? And you're like, no, I'm aware of what a grab tank does. Thank you, though. I appreciate, or like, hey, I have Chaos Knights. So you're like, oh, yeah, so you have, and they can list out your entire army list before you even pull out a model. And this really kind of helps with that without, again, having to do like a massive print run or different things like that. I don't think we see it this year, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah, not this year. But this would be a really interesting thing to see in the future. I'd be very, very interested to see something like this, because not only do they switch the war scrolls here, or data slates in 40K, but they also effectively like change some of the detachment benefits.
Mm-hmm.
They add additional detachment benefits that you can use, which is pretty cool. And they also have enhancements that are new as well that you can use over the course of the season. So it would be interesting to see if 40K could implement something like that, where maybe they like, oh, we're gonna switch like the Destroyer Cult detachment rule for something different for this season, and try that out. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Make them battle line. See so much more in Annihilation Legion. But it is a super. I'm really almost interested to watch some Age of Sigmar coverage now to see like what people are thinking of the actual people who actually know, like who or what they're thinking of the changes and of how we're seeing through. Obviously, they're not all going to be hits, but it's a unique thing to do. It almost even mirrors like Magic, I would say, with like different seasons, different decks, different things to do. And then just GW will buy cards. Just print out a bunch of cards, and even though you're going to update them in a month, they'll sell out.
Yeah,
people love
Dickie,
them.
what do you think about something like that?
Like the new system?
Like if do you think 40K could support a system like that?
Oh, it already feels like 40K changes every like 3 months. I think that like there could be more changes in certain things like formats. I mean, like the game is constantly being updated, constantly being balanced. So I think we're probably at the tippity top of changes that we can actually use. Like, I don't know.
Do you think that this would be a balanced data slate replacement?
Yeah. I think that's 100% what it is. Like, hey, this I don't know where AOS was. I've heard through the grapevine that it wasn't doing the most good stuff. So this is probably just a nice change up for people in the season format. So yeah.
Penny, would you rather the changes were incrementally guys were made through like a season format where you get wholesale updates and changes to data slates? It kind of further pushes codices to the back burner as something not super needed. Or are you kind of happy where we are right now with like every 3 months or so getting a adjustment and update?
I like the adjustments that we get. I think it's pretty cool that we have that now. So I'm all for that.
Yeah, interesting to see, because again, as Sherman says in chat here, can't wait to hear more complaints about rules bloat, and that's something to think of as well. Because on top, then imagine your Space Marine book, which has like 96 data sheets before you start looking at the individual sub faction ones. If you then add additional data sheets on top, or alternative data sheets on top of that, then that's just sort of more to balance. And then I feel that as stuff becomes unbalanced, as it's going to do, people are only human, the blame's then going to shift to this new system rather than the other stuff. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I'm going to be really interested to watch this over this next season of Age of Sigmar. I don't think it's enough to make me play Age of Sigmar, but it's a really unique idea.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a core. We all agree. Dumpster diving time.
Oh dear.
This was really just to talk about all of the Space Wolf releases that are coming out here. Space Wolves have moved away from the aesthetic of traditional Viking warriors and turned into sort of Skrillex on Halloween, with a lot of really neatly shaved sides of heads and long overlaps they've redone quite a few of the characters, Danny.
I don't understand your joke. Why are you saying they're like Skrillex?
Because all of they're like overly manicured now. If you looked at the heads, so they're not like wild, crazy warriors. It's like combed off to the side hair, like very finely, like Persian bearded, like trims. It's this guy's an absolute Chad. He's
tattoo on the side of his head, man. Like that's pretty.
Yeah,
baller.
he cannot get a job outside the Space Marines. But what's your thoughts? Because it's sort of a reboot to the Space Wolf range.
Yeah, I don't really agree. I think they look pretty Nordic still. I think.
Apparently, you're wrong, John. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it than that. I think
you can say.
Yeah, no, I think you're wrong. But the I like. Oh God, what is this guy's name? He's awesome.
Bjorn? Is it Bjorn or Jogan?
No, it's not
or...
Bjorn. Bjorn is the Dreadnought man.
Right.
I don't know why I can't. His name is not rising to the top. Probably because I don't like Space Wolves that much.
His thing is throwing his hammer, though. I assume.
Yeah, I remember it had stupid hammer. Someone threw it at one of my knife sites and like killed it. I was really pissed about it. I was like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of."
On the plus side,
anyway,
it was like on the plus side.
Jack Rockfist. That's this guy's name.
Jack.
He's pretty cool. This is a cool model. He's well posed. Yeah.
If you get mad at him, his hammer's really easy to snap off when your opponent isn't looking. From the looks of it.
Oh, it would
probably. I'm interested to see how it's attached, like exactly how it fits. Like, I guess the handle probably has some kind of a peg that fits.
I'm thinking the strap has a peg.
Yeah.
Oh God, Paul Winter's thing. The strap has a nice peg there, which kind of slots into the wrist.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's having one off the wrist, John. That's what you're saying.
She's just like slamming one off the wrist. I'm excited for Space Wolves come. So I think when Space Wolves come, drop pods come, and I would like to not take a repulsor. So if we could get actual functional drop pod rules, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much.
That would be really cool. God, like you never see him anymore, and it's like such a quintessential part of how Space Marines deploy to a planet. I want to see it on the table again.
Iconic, and I would like to not pay almost 200 points to make a bad unit get across the table a little.
Right.
That's I ask a lot, but that's okay. Moving on, we have this model that was found. I think this was one of Scary's, right?
I haven't seen that. Was his villain arc Scary phase, I think. But yeah, sure.
Danny, what are we looking at?
Edgelord Scary phase, yeah. I'm sorry, what are we looking at here?
What are we looking at here, Danny?
All right. So what this appears to be is a Razor Wing jet fighter, I believe.
Danny, one of
it's
three
been
people
painted
in the world
in such a way to resemble the Joker character from Batman, with his face crudely strewn across it with "ha ha 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 ha" written sloppily along the wings.
My question is, why wouldn't that be on the underside?
Well, John, in order to prove their flying prowess, they're often flying upside down.
I hear bombs work best when you're upside down.
Yes, actually.
At least for me, anyway. As I was saying, Danny,
John.
Danny, one of three people in the world who can name all of the different similar Aldari flyers. So props to that. I'm going to trust you that that's what that one is. But yeah, great job. It's a beautiful model.
Three of them. So,
did either of you guys spot any issues with this actual ad I found on Facebook?
I have seen those, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The displays, right?
Yeah. I just got the text of
just saw the thing. Yeah.
Excellent.
the large metal displays, giant art posters, all in metal. They're fantastic. When you get them past postcard size, though, they do get pricey, so sales are good. Danny, what is this specific one advertising?
So John, I believe this is a picture of the Battle of Alderaan.
Well,
right?
We don't know. We never saw it, so it could be.
It could be, yeah. Is it okay? It actually is the real picture. I thought it might be the one where they replaced the head with the little kitty, with the Hello Kitty head.
That was
sure you've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an old second edition picture of a Blood Angels Salts. I think they're fighting orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Blood Angels captain who's got this like iconic yellow power fist raised above his head with white hair,
Mhm.
trimmed in a buzz cut with a bionic eye, shooting an orc in the face with a bolt pistol.
Yeah.
Now, this advert does tell me that this Warhammer 40,000 poster will bring Star Wars to my walls.
Perfect.
In a slight IP jump right there.
Yeah.
What other things would bring Star Wars to my walls, Danny?
Well, John, traditionally it's not going to be 29 euros. I'll tell you that much. So let me list some things that can bring Star Wars to your walls. Number one, a projector.
Love it.
That will do it.
You know, it's
Also,
I didn't ask for jokes, and you gave me a completely accurate way of bringing it to my wall. So yeah, kudos for that.
Well done.
you're
Danny.
welcome. Also, markers.
Oh, like a little draw my own.
Yeah, you could like do your own Star Wars.
So I can
panel
get
on
mad
your
at my
wall.
wife when I'm like, no, that's Leia. God, look,
This is a
God.
fresco. You think she would appreciate that more if you called it a fresco? I feel like she might.
Well, if I tell her I ordered a fresco, yeah, she probably would.
Oh, it's DIY. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that before.
Shows up and it's just a can of fresco and a really shitty wall painting. But yeah, display, don't do that. Your stuff looks great. You have a lot of licenses. Don't confuse them.
Yeah.
This is a really good meme I enjoy because it's one of the most frustrating and stupid rules in the game, in my personal opinion. What, Danny, I've missed this. What are we looking at right here?
It says, I'll build my own wall brick by brick. I'll be alone but safe. This picture of a girl building a wall and then hiding behind it. There's a bunch of swords. And then it says, she says, fuck. Apparently, because there's a corn berserker on the other side. And I can't really read what the text says about
As
him.
engagement range within 1 inch horizontally, therefore making the wall useless.
Right, so you can fight through the wall.
Yeah. So personally, there's one phrase that's guaranteed to make me dislike you a little bit as an opponent. And I say it as well. Buzz, and just so you know that these guys are 1.1 inch away from that wall there.
Yeah. Exactly 1.1 inches.
So you can't charge them.
Yeah.
Non-interactive bullshit like that is things that I hate in 40K.
Yeah, that sucks.
Danny, Dickie, what are other rules that you despise in Warhammer 40,000?
Oh, anything Eldar is usually a good
God.
choice.
Fade dice, terrible mechanic.
Baby.
Reactive moves.
They're not even in the game. Oh, reactive moves. You guys, come on. You gotta let people have fun stuff.
If anyone says Yanari, that usually triggers me pretty good.
It's fair. That's an old hatred.
It's a current hatred too.
I remember the weekend Yanari. Do you remember this, Danny? The RTT at Tier 1, the weekend the Yanari came out. And who ran them? One of the local guys ran them. And just after 2 rounds, we're like, well, fuck these guys then. And it was awful.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, they're terrible to play against. Or they were, especially in like 8th.
Yep.
They were bad in 7th too, but it was really bad in 8th.
Yeah. No fun times. But yeah,
No.
Dick, you don't like Eldari. Danny, what's a rule you dislike? Is it sportsmanship?
Yeah, well, this is one of my this rule is probably one of my most hated rules. Like, I hate the you can't charge a unit is such a stupid thing. I was really glad when WTC and most people were accepting it was like, oh, you can just fight through the wall or exist partway in the wall, like an abstraction. I thought that was a good solution to this, but like, no, apparently people don't like to have nice things and people want their units to be untargetable by assault, even though it's a lot of hard work to make it into assault range. And yeah, I hate that shit. One thing that I don't like in the game right now, probably, I don't like that vehicles can shoot out of combat.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Hate
I actually don't like that. I'm fine with them shooting into their own combat, but I really don't like them being able to shoot out of combat. I feel like it should be a tactical decision to throw units into combat to keep vehicles from shooting anything else.
I don't like that my vehicle can be shot when it's in combat.
Yeah, I think that's stupid too.
That was,
I agree.
Yeah, that's -1 to hit. Who cares?
Right.
Like,
Nothing
It makes
will
like no
last.
difference.
Yeah.
there's no downside to doing it. Like if it was, I think older games had like a thing where you could hit your own people. I would be far more okay with that. Where if there was a risk of hitting your own people shooting into combat.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I understand why it was done. Mainly because I spent a lot of time as a long time niche group of night players that I'm a part of, just tagging shit in combat so I couldn't be shot. So I understand why it was done for like a balance wise, but it's just I don't like it. There has to be there has to be some drawback to doing it, some like real drawback.
Yeah.
Like you can shoot out of combat, but you can't fight this turn. Like, that's like that's or something where you have to make a choice, or you can shoot into the vehicle in combat, but if you roll a 1, then you hit your own guy. Like just some tangible downside or a choice that you have to make.
Yeah, -1 to hit's not enough, right?
No,
it doesn't functionally mean anything usually.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of frustrating rules. I found this on the 40K Death Guard players page.
Lord. Oh my.
They're very excited for the codex. This person put down in there, they put some pictures of I'm gonna say not themselves. But it says VD full 100 in the comment. So VD, I'm showing is venereal disease. So it fits. It fits in with the Death Guard.
What is the servo covering up, John?
So there are some incredibly suggestive parts where technically they don't break any laws, but I also, not demonetized. Dickie, if you want to go up a little bit, your little claw can cover thing. There you go. Beautiful.
I got you.
Nice.
I would love a camera in your room right now to see which position you're contorting yourself
My
in
neck's on a weird angle.
to make that. Yeah, I just want to say, Death Guard players, you guys are living the good life. You're getting the bitches. You got the army. She is excited to run 18 Death Shroud. What a hilarious meme.
You don't see the World Eater community doing anything like this. They're not.
No, there's no celebration in World
They're
Eater
not
Town.
celebrating the masterpiece.
The goddamn wake.
Where is the shadow boxing guy? This is your time.
Oh, that guy. He needs to rally the troops, man.
Yeah. Finger guns. Well, instead of boxing, it's going to be finger guns now because it's a shooty army too.
I don't know what they were smoking when they wrote the rules for this book and wrote the rules for World Eaters, and then like compared them side by side and were like, yeah, this is the same.
Yeah,
and like
it's the same picture. Yeah,
it really speaks to kind of the common thread where you have like two separate teams working on codices.
Yeah,
and so like the A team worked on Death Guard and the B team worked on World Eaters in between like eating crayons,
or the other way around.
Eating crayons,
or the other way around. Yeah.
I don't think the World Eater book is that bad officially. I think people just
unofficially he thinks it's terrible.
They looked at the Death Guard book and it's just like when you're a World Eater player, like God damn it. So yeah,
it's always bad when two codices come out at once and your one is just okay.
Yeah,
or if not the same, and the other one is really good. That's always it feels bad. Yeah. Next, just get that off the screen. This is fantastic, Danny. I can read this for you here because
yellow.
Dickie gave us 3 pixels to see ourselves with.
Oh, is it small?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and Kim and Chaz, right? If it's any consolation, at least the Death Guard book will get nerfed first. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not building a whole bunch of Melta Plague Marines right now. It's fine.
I made it big for you.
Perfect. So this one says, no words can come close to the sheer loathing I have for these GW paint pots. Ironically, he keeps adding words. They are flat out worse than dropper bottles. The fact that the whole industry has changed to dropper bottles and they proudly have kept their archaic Mesopotamian pots speaks volumes to their lack of care for the customer and their greed.
Oh,
I
these ones are
vow.
way better than their original ones, though.
Oh God, yeah. Do you remember those ones that look
Oh
like
my
bolter
god,
shells?
those are the
Oh,
worst.
those are the bad. I vow to never buy these insufferable goblets. By the way, your thesaurus use on point. It's fantastic. Ever again. I would rather be shunned from society
Mhm.
forever, being forced to live in a cold, damp swamp hole, and having nothing else to eat other than my own excrements.
Oh,
Damn. What's on excrement?
I don't know, but there's times I do like a dropper bottle. I don't think I'd eat my own shit rather than use a GW pen. That's just me.
he's
That seems, I don't know. That
he's
seems
being a
weird
bit
to me,
dramatic,
dude. So
Bit of a dramatic. I get it. It sucks to spill paint. What was the worst paint pot in existence? I know my answer.
the screw top lid.
The screw top from like 2001, like third edition style.
Yeah.
When they within a day, whether you used them or not, they would they would be sealed shut from the paint.
crusty. Yeah.
Crusty as hell. It was pretty gross. Those were the worst. Before that, I missed the little hexagon guys. Those guys were cool. They at least
Oh.
stacked.
The privateer press paints. Remember those lids? The white,
I like those.
I didn't like those lids at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think it's great. I think it's just, man, can you imagine changing your paint bottles for your entire range? You'd have to all new retail racks, all new like boxes, shipping containers. And who has time for that? Not this guy, that's for sure.
Not me.
Not me. Danny, this is a lore accurate Necron army list. Can you discuss the stratagem?
Lore accurate Necrons. It's a 1 command point stratagem you can use in any phase. You target the nearest star. So for us, typically, in this detachment, it's going to be the sun. Effect: that star goes supernova. Your opponent loses the battle. Restrictions: roll 10d6. If the results of if every result is a 6, you can never play Warhammer 40,000 again.
Oh.
Pretty fair for one CP.
No, that's fair. So you can use it, a couple of times, like once every phase, to make sure you never have to play 40k again.
You're just constantly rolling 10 dice over and over. Be like, I just want to go home. Like, I just want to go home. It's so terrible. Can you think of any other lore accurate stratagems for other factions that produced?
Let's see. Well, yeah, there's got to be a couple.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's one for Adeptus Mechanicus, where you target some malfunctioning machinery. It costs 1 command point. In addition, you have to burn 1 incense stick, and their prayers to the Messiah, and it'll fix it.
The stratagem's effect lasts until the incense is burned out.
Yeah. The machine will work that long, but that's it.
Pretty good. I do want to leave enough time for this, though, because this is the part that I'm kind of most excited about here. This was sent to me here. Fantastic. Says, if you're in a Warhammer tournament, keep this in mind. Win the event and they'll forget you by next year. Shit your pants. And they'll remember you forever. Be memorable.
Yeah. Wow.
With that in mind, I've come up with some scenarios. Hopefully this will not take 3 hours to show up on the screen here as I kind of try and pull them on from the different side here. But starting with shitting your pants. Where does shitting your pants go on the Hasselhoff tier list for of infamy?
Oh, man,
as far as so we're rating this on how memorable it is.
Yeah, how memorable is shitting your pants?
Oh, you're gonna tell that story forever. Like, do you remember the
Yeah,
time the guy shit
you
his
would
pants?
tell. Okay, you would tell. I was going to say you tell a story about how you shit your pants at a war.
No, how someone shit their pants.
Okay, where are we going?
Cheese tier poll.
That's cheese tier.
Cheese
Yeah.
tier. Yeah. Down here. Next up.
I want to save like the bite of burger for like the best thing.
Oh, there's a lot here. We can keep going here.
Okay.
Scenario 2. Leaving your stream mic on during the stream and going to the toilet.
Oh, that happened this weekend.
Brad Chester tier.
What would Brad Chester tier be having the conversation? That's
Oh God, when was that? Did that happen at Charity Hammer?
yeah.
Pretty sure it did.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going.
Yeah, God, this is less. I don't know, John. I have to rethink shitting your pants. Shitting your pants is bite a burger tier.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
upgrade.
gonna move that
Yeah.
up.
What do you think, Dickie? Do you agree with that?
I think shitting your pants is one of those things that you're always going to remember.
I mean, we're all still talking about that guy that shit his pants at that one GT.
Sure.
I don't even look. I don't even remember what GT it was at, but I know there was a guy who shit his pants at the table,
Yeah.
and we all know about it.
I think leaving your mic on is probably the conversation tier, like the bottom tier, because that's happened so many times.
Yeah,
now.
I agree.
Very
Yeah.
bottom. All right. Next up, we have passing out drunk mid-game.
Oh, gee.
Sip of drink tier.
Yeah, that's big gulp.
Gulp.
Big gulp tier. Thank
It's
you.
happened before, and it'll happen again.
Okay.
Yes, it will.
It's
Another Brad Chester tier.
Brad Chester.
Next up, passing out drunk on stream.
Oh man.
That's probably cheese tier, Paul.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
by the way,
upgrade.
things can share tiers. I have about 10 things altogether. So you,
I know, John.
let
But
me
this is more memorable than Big Gulp, but less memorable than shitting your pants.
your pants.
Yeah.
Fair.
If you pass out drunk and then shit your pants, like then we're talking. But
Mhm.
They're probably going to be pretty related. I feel like.
It's fair. Spilling a beer on your opponent's army.
whole arm, like all their models.
Yep.
This is lettuce on lip tier.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
It's memorable, but you want to forget it really fast.
Okay, let me
I had a guy spill beer on one of my Warhammer Fantasy units like that. I was pretty upset.
Did it smell like beer for the remainder of its life?
No, it eventually stopped smelling like beer.
Okay.
takes pictures and attempts to sell your opponent's army on marketplace mid-game.
That's Bite a Burger tier.
Better
Oh,
burger
really?
tier.
What do you think, Dickie?
I was gonna say Big Gulp.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
but think of them like imagine how memorable that would be. Like
What do you-
if the community found out about that, it would be unbelievable, dude. People would be very upset, but also it would be really funny.
It would be really funny. Can we in between cheeseburger pool or cheese pool? That would be.
Yeah,
in
I think
between Big Gulp and
that's appropriate.
just to me, it's a really funny scenario of, oh, you're looking up some rules, man. I was like, oh no, I'm just seeing how much I can get for your stuff. Just keep going.
Why my stuff? Yeah. Okay.
How many hours did you spend painting this again?
5
Oh, that's
pro
really nice
painting. Got
coloring.
it.
Yeah.
You loudly explain the real tactics while citing World War II.
Jesus. That's
This is difficult conversation tier.
yeah. This is conversation tier.
That's stupid. Nobody's gonna remember
Not
that.
memorable. You try to forget that one.
Right, too.
Never can.
Gluing your finger to an opponent's model.
Like
No,
a
it's not
really
bad.
nicely painted one though.
Like they're
Oh.
warlord.
Yeah,
Big
it's
Gulp.
Big Gulp. Yeah.
Unless you weren't trying to fix it and you just somehow glued your finger to it, like
Oh, yeah, you're not trying to fix it at all. There is no
you just
reason.
have glue fingers.
There is no reason for a super glue to be anywhere near.
Like, why did you glue? Why was there glue on
Then we're escalating, John. We're escalating. You
escalating?
see, you've got to give me more to go on there. That's cheese tier pull as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have softly moan each time a 6 is rolled.
like like that, like
Oh, sorry. Let me.
uh,
uh.
uh.
We all stop doing that, please.
I know. I'm trying to get you to. I'm trying to get you to
This
understand.
is getting very strange.
Double six.
It's making me feel very uncomfortable. This is just like I would if I saw David Hasselhoff with lettuce on his lip.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There's at least one viewer probably, hopefully, would like that, but probably not. But yeah, softly moan at each 6 rolled.
That's probably lettuce on lip, I guess. It's hilarious. It's just not. Why is yours so high pitched?
I don't know.
He's enjoying himself. Okay, and I think, is this the last one? I think this is the last one here. Sneezing on your opponent's dice.
Oh God. I would be so fucking upset if someone sneezed on my dice. I would remember them forever, and I would tell that story all the time.
Thought about when I wrote that one.
Wouldn't you be upset if someone sneezed on your dice, John?
I would be incredulous. I'd be like, I'm sorry. What? Like 3 days later, I would be upset when it fully sunk in.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I would be.
Can you imagine if it didn't even look like an accident? Like they just leaned over and just hard squeezed into your dice tray. Like,
oh, those dice are really cool. Are those from Batman? Can I have a look? Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Oh, sorry, that was a snotty one. My bad.
Is
How
that
wet
me?
was the sneeze? Well, I mean, mid-wet.
That's burger. That's by the burger tier to me.
By the burger tier.
Yes.
Sneezing on your opponent's dice.
Credulous.
And you guys,
that's like something you would expect from a toddler, like to do something like that.
Exactly.
Not someone playing 40K.
Oh, Kim, great. That's where you just hear a loud no from across the hall.
No!
Oh, those are all of the memorable things I could think of.
Yeah.
For me, leaving your mic on and going to take a shit mid-game, I think is incredibly memorable. And just because you can just hear the farts and the plops.
So this weekend, while I was at an event, I was listening, and apparently one of on Joe's stream, someone went to the bathroom, and they just heard him talking in the bathroom, like, "Hey, go," like that. And I was like, "Oh, this is so awkward." But Joe turned it off before he got to pooping. So yeah.
Or like, I thought you were going to buzz my Apple Watch when I was good to go. You guys haven't been in contact.
Yeah.
Robert Dalton, you shut your mouth. He has in here, keep your dice in a fanny pack. I did that for a tournament, and it was hilarious. God, it bothered Danny so much. Mainly because I had to make sure the fanny pack was crotch height, and I was very exaggerated when grabbing for dice and then pulling out again.
You guys see the people that have the little rock climbing things where they put the dice in the little basket where you put the chalk? Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
Like it goes so hard when you look at it. You're like, wow, that's impressive.
I think there's a burgeoning market for tool belts for gamers. You have tool belts for carpenters, nerd belts with different attachments that you can put on, like a little bat belt. That's our $1 million idea. The Kickstarter you get it comes with your dice and your tape measure attachment, but you have to kind of get to the next level of support if you want like the cultist unit holder, or kind of whatever that would be. Then what's an accessory you would invent?
Dice force field.
So people couldn't sneeze on them.
They couldn't
So
sneeze
people
or
couldn't
touch
touch my dice.
Yeah.
Have you?
Or like, I don't know, maybe like self-sanitizing dice, then I would be fine with other people touching my dice. Like they like ooze, like Purell. You can fill them back up again.
They ooze Purell. That sounds amazing.
You can use my dice. Oh, you have to use this dice tray I have here. Yeah, it is custom. This is a UV light on top of it here. And what it does is it uses lasers to clean them with every roll.
Right.
Okay, so
I'm into that.
I've been thinking a lot about this. So you are lining up for a 9-inch charge. This 9-inch charge is going to win you the game.
Yep. Always does.
What sound do you make after you roll the perfect 9-inch charge?
Like that. Like, honestly, that's my, yeah.
Danny, what about you?
No, I'm not
No.
going to make a noise when I. No, I'm just going to be. It'll be a grunt of self-satisfaction,
Oh my God.
like
Danny-
acknowledgement, like.
Danny, we're doing this, by the way. When you come down here in June, we'll play a game. We're taking Kim's suggestion of all of the dice are soaked in baby oil before the game.
Oh God, you would hold it. Oh.
They're gonna be so slippery.
Just as soon as you roll them in the tray, they don't roll it, just go.
They don't even roll.
I'm just gonna like pop them out of between my fingers to roll them instead. That's what we're gonna do.
What is
You know, we
Diddy
could
gonna
even
be at your
set up
game?
like a special dice tray container where they're just in there, and we could use metal dice in baby oil.
Oh, yeah. I do have 2 of those coming. I spent too much at Games Workshop this week.
Oh dear.
Wow.
It
corporate joke.
It was the local store anniversary. So
Oh,
if I only spent $330, I would get some free things that are not worth $330.
that makes sense.
So I spent $410.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Yikes.
Yes. But I thought it was good stuff I got. It was things I could use in the future. I picked up a couple boxes of Blade Guard for when I finally give up on the Foot Death Company experiment.
You've loving Josh Roberts' Blood Angel list. Nice, good for you.
I know some of those words.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. I picked up a box of Intercessors.
Intercessors.
That's
Yep.
nice.
Yep. I like being sticky, Danny. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I picked up some Infiltrators as well because I like Chaff. Oh, and the Phobos Librarian, just because I like that he's thinking real hard about how to make his cape look dope.
Yeah, he is cool.
It's pretty
Because he has, a camouflage cape covering bright blue armor.
It's pronounced cameline.
Cameline, like the tea, chamomile.
Yeah,
is chamomile pattern cape.
Yes.
So yeah, I am going to be within 3 to 4 weeks because I didn't know they don't actually have the stuff there, and it gets sent later. So within 4 weeks, I'll be.
That would drive me up the fucking wall.
I was happy at the register, but I'm also worked retail before, so it's not her fault that that's how it works. But I'll have 2 metal dice, which will soon be covered in baby oil. A little dice cup, and a double-sided mat. It's half of a battle top. So,
Danny, do you remember when they brought out when they did Fantasy 8th edition? You could buy the commemorative metal dice.
I have them. Yes.
I broke so many models rolling those dice on the table. Like you'd hit something and it would just shatter into like 3 pieces because there were pewter models back then. The thud of and you're just like, God damn it, why did I do this?
I can't wait to roll these metal dice in baby oil, and then go to touch my models. That's going to be my favorite part, I think. Just this oily.
You want to move that unit, Danny? No.
No. Sounds like you should be playing Emperor's Children.
Okay.
I am going to be playing it. Hey, guess what I built today? I built two more Demon Princes, so I'm up to 3. And Lucius.
How many Demon Princes do you own?
4. I've got another 2 on the way.
Yep. Wow. He's doing a meme list. I can't wait to run into it a bunch. I got one more for you on this Hasselhoff tier list.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps rolling his dice into your models. Or on your models.
Oh, I do that to people all the time.
That's lettuce on lip tier. I'll remember you for that, but I'm not gonna be mad unless it's like very clearly obvious you're doing it on purpose.
Very clearly obvious that I'm doing it on purpose. But I think
okay.
I'm saying
this isn't making it to the list because we're fighting, John.
Just oops. I'm sorry.
Oh, did I break him? Oh, man.
Oh, that Harlequin only had one connection point. So bad.
Oh, it snapped.
Oh, I'm bummed.
I'm so mad.
Oh, Kara Quintara with that's your dead tier. Oh, yeah, we do need to start the 40k baby oil trend. I don't know who will be sad at us. But all I know is there's going to be a lot of chest hair and baby oil being mixed up in the future here.
We could just oil ourselves up before all our games, John, and play shirtless. I think that's a really great move for both of us.
I think, yeah, we're going to stand there July 17th. It's Tacoma Dome. I know it's not a Tacoma Dome, but it sounds better that way. I'm just going to be like,
No, madam.
you want to know anything about how my army works? Right? No, I played it a few
rubbing
times
your chest.
because I'm rubbing baby oil onto myself.
I think someone rubbing their chest.
I'm
is,
here like,
huge.
I'm
Like,
here-
no good.
okay,
They're
wait.
like shake their hand before the game starts.
Yeah.
Like, good luck.
Take their hand and then just like constantly rub in your chest hair. Oh,
Just
Going
covered
back.
in oil.
God damn it.
Going back. Wait.
Yeah. That's not the show. I got something funny to put on. Yeah, okay.
Oh man, I love it so
Like
much.
rubbing your chest with baby oil would be literally burger bite tier. Like,
All right. So we have rubbing oil on themselves while describing their list.
Yes. Oh, can I?
You thinking big gulp for that one, or
No, that's burger bite. That's burger bite for one of. That's like
agree.
really memorable.
Oh man,
is that like more memorable than toilet dice?
look. That's like the guy shadowboxing.
Oh yeah, that
Oh, that guy's a champ though. That didn't hurt
Yeah.
anyone apart
I
from
would
the
love
hair.
to.
So is
like,
the guy oiling himself up to play 40k.
Oh no, he's hurting me.
And the best part is this guy, right? He's rolling these metal dice to destroy his opponent's models.
Yeah.
He's covered in oil. He's going to be impossible to fight.
You always
He's already
drop-
ready to like wrestle. He's greased up. It's like
It's just like, can you enter the score for me, please? I can't pick up my phone right now.
I had so since we talked about explaining your army to someone else and kind of that whole. So I
Yeah.
did it. I had to do it like on stream. So tabletop live, if you wanted to watch me. So I was the first.
Oh, yeah.
First game of round day 2. Explaining what my army does. It is such an awkward process to kind of explain because no one knew what Emperor's Children did. This is like that was like the first weekend they could really be available to play. So it's so awkward. Hey, like they're faster than you expect. They do more damage than you expect. Like Fulgrim moves 16. It's just like it's such an awkward process. I wish there was like I'm gonna say it, Danny. Do you think maybe we should just go back to handing your list to someone at the event in paper format so you don't have to go through it?
oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. What I want the app to do is to track my matches so that it puts it into the system and like I can look at all of the rules for their army like
Yes.
every other
Mhm.
game on the planet.
Yeah, 100%.
I added a new one here. Is visibly close to tears because Deborah left with the kids and all he has left is 40k.
That's big gulp.
It's no. That
No.
is difficult conversation. That's like half of 40k players.
That's normal.
Statistically, that's like half of 40k players.
Dude, that's
because
just round 2 on Saturday, bro. What are you talking about?
yeah, that's why they left.
Yeah.
Oh, he can see the kids again once he wins an RTT though. You just gotta give me that take back. I like this. We've almost created the perfect opponent.
Hey,
Passed
hey,
out drunk on stream.
I'm ready to oil up and play 40k. That's all I have to say
Then,
about that.
then he woke up, went to the bathroom, shot more while on mic. Came back, spilled his beer over your army, sneezed on your models, and then rubbed oil on himself. I wonder can you get like promotional brands of baby oil? Like, you know how you can get your logo on things?
I'm sure we can, John. Or alternatively, we could also just get a bottle of baby oil and slap our logo on it with a sticker.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Oh yeah.
We should maybe get some scented ones.
Yeah.
Stickers?
Yeah.
What
It's,
do you think about? Are you familiar with like motion lotion? We could do some kind of self-heating.
wait, I'm sorry.
like,
Did you say
massage
motion
oil.
lotion?
He said motion lotion.
Yeah. It's only $110 for 120 miniature bottles of baby oil. Slap a sticker on that bad boy.
Yeah.
$6 each, guaranteed to win your game by forfeit every time.
Guaranteed to irritate your opponent.
Baby oil.
So you can just present your opponent that here is a little gift. This is a small bottle of baby oil. What would be? I'm just riffing now because I'm enjoying this. What would be the worst gift to give your opponent? Because people like, here's a coin, here's a dice.
Like other than the
These
sneeze.
objectives. What is the worst possible thing in real life you could give an opponent? Apart from COVID, because that was 5 years ago.
Say COVID.
I think we all got that.
I was going to say herpes, but yeah, I would guess I would probably have to say, oh, what would weird me out is if someone gave me like a promo code for Manscaped or something like that.
Yeah.
That would really be, that would kind of be not a nice gift that I would like.
Promo code Falcon. I think it still works.
Falcon.
Still the only 40K podcast to be promoted by a pubic razor. I
haven't seen the other ones.
That's something I'll take with me to the grave. Crib Shadow with your fan art. A
quick sketch of your opponent as a furry.
This is what I think your fursona would be based on your army. What about at Tacoma? I wonder how much it is to hire a caricature artist to follow us around and just sit and draw our opponents. But in a way, the opponent,
John, that is the best idea. How much do you think that would cost?
I don't know how much that would cost. Or hire a balloon animal artist to follow you around all day. Okay, I'm just gonna start my movement phase. Do you want like a giraffe or like a wiener? Are you sure? Like we can do you like an elephant.
We could just have them ask our opponent what their favorite animal is, like to start with, and then have them sketch them a persona of that animal dressed in their like. John, this is next level right here, dude.
Or okay. Again, Tacoma is the place to be. This is how me and Danny get banned before we even get there. What about like a face painter?
Like so to paint our faces?
Yeah. So you're just like round one. You're like, hey, roll first. Oh, looks like you're going first. Just let me know when you do something. I'm just gonna be a sag here, and then you turn around and someone just starts painting your face like Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah, that would be funny. I think it would be funnier though if it was more serious, like than just like Spider-Man, and you got like prison tattoos, John. Like as a face, like face painted, like like you got like an eye, like a teardrop, like a spider web.
This is a whole movement phase here. I mean, I know turn one movement phases aren't the most sexy in the game, but like a little teardrop eye isn't going to take a whole turn one movement phase.
Professional makeup artist, John, fits you with a monster mask, like a professional level, like a Hollywood mask, or like disguise during the game, so you look like somebody else. And then when the game's over and they say, like they show you the thing, you'll be like, "Oh, I played the wrong person. I'm this other person."
Okay. What about you have someone comes up and just keeps on giving you jackets because you look cold?
Or you give your opponent a gift of a blanket from a movie theater.
Deep cut Dickie, do you know that deep cut lore?
Dickie's left.
Dickie's left.
Sorry. No, I don't.
The deep movie theater lore. Danny and I went to see the world's #1 comedy franchise, The Fast and the Furious. I forget which one it was. But when we were in Cinemark, I saw the concession stand. They were selling blankets.
Okay.
And I bought a movie theater blanket, and then I stood beside Danny in the line, holding a blanket that I was going to take into the movie theater. And I was really upset that they were selling blankets now. And someone asked me why, and I was like, "Do you know how hard it was to get like jobs in movie theaters as a teenager?"
Come on.
And now kids have fucking blankets that are provided for them by the theater. Unbelievable. Oh God.
So we ended up donating that blanket to the auction for Charity Hammer.
Charity Hammer.
For one of the first Charity Hammers.
Oh,
I think Paul won it, and I think I never shipped it, and I think it's somewhere.
Oh.
You never shipped it?
No. Well, what the fuck's he gonna do? It's for charities. He's gonna do a credit card charge back. Love you, Paul. I'll bet you a different blanket. Oh, hey, what's your favorite scent? I have a collection of scented candles here I'm going to be making during the game, and I would really love to make you a personalized candle.
Oh man, thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone.
Yeah, we really found our groove at the end. Dickie, go ahead, just cut the first 20 minutes.
Me and you both know I'm not cutting anything, John.
That's fair. Yeah. We're gonna be back next week sometime for some more Only Hands. Hopefully, I will be done with Space Marine Scouts. I'll never have to see them again, and I will be on to being yelled at by the internet for using this giant makeup brush to do the majority of the work on Death Company with jump packs. And I'm very excited to get those guys out of the way, 'cause I'm just gonna dry brush them gray and paint X's on them, guys. It's what cool people do. Danny, always welcome to join, and you can work on your Demon Princes.
Yeah, I will. We're soon.
Even if it's just your beautiful face,
we'll
keep up with that, because it's either people have a choice now. They'll have a choice of 3 views: your beautiful face, Dickie's keyboard, or my refusal to thin paints.
So I would love to next week, but it's also my anniversary. So
impossible.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
8 years, John.
That was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Are you okay now? Do you need to sit down?
So I have the Hello Darkness smile, Fred. That's so long ago. That's okay. Congrats. I'm very happy that both of our respective spouses have been able to look past our obvious flaws.
Yeah.
And realize the paperwork for divorce is much harder than just putting up with it for a couple of days.
Correct.
100%.
But yeah, well, Dickie and I, we're going to see you next Tuesday, but only our hands. Danny is going to be going to a very fancy restaurant. I think I heard him say that he was going to the Captain Cook and taking everyone's family out, like 10 people. That was really nice of you, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
I'm a kind man.
You are. And then, yeah, that's all we got. Hey, so for Grim After Dark, I've been John.
I've been Danny.
I've been Dickie.
And we'll see you, but only hands, next Tuesday.
In the grim dark future there's no time for fun, but when the day's battles are said and done, John, Danny, and Dickie are here for a laugh. In a galaxy torn, they're the ones with the craft. It's Grim After Dark, where the bolters spark, where dread knights nap and orcs embark. Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for tales of heresy and a healthy debate.